Peace, family. This video right here is about the original calendar. Now, we understand that we live according to what is known today as the Gregorian calendar, or the Western calendar, or the Christian calendar. That would be AD and BC. Now, the Caucasian took us from our original solar time or solar calendar, which we operated upon, in order to throw us out of harmony and synchronization with the universe. Now, what do I mean by this? Right now, a lot of you believe it's the year 2016 AD. No, it's actually the year 15,102. The way you calculate what year it is the distance or how far you've traveled around the galaxy, specifically the zodiac sign. You have to understand that the sun is traveling at approximately 70,000 kilometers per hour around the Milky Way galaxy, which is our galaxy. Now, you have to understand my video, Bible is based off astrology or solar prominences, to understand what I'm saying. The zodiac signs and the constellations are only a tad bit different. A constellation is a group of stars which form a particular pattern. A zodiac sign is a group of stars which form a particular pattern, but the sun passes through during its travel around the galaxy. So we understand that out of all the constellations in our galaxy, we only pass through 12. So this is where you get the 12 zodiac signs or the 12 houses from. Now, why is this important? Because you start at Virgo when you're dealing with years, and you travel around the zodiac sign in a clockwise manner. So you go from Virgo, and then you go towards Aries, and you go towards Aquarius, and you come back towards Virgo. So when you're dealing with the zodiac sign on the scale of months, you go counterclockwise, and you start at Virgo, and then you go towards Aquarius, and then towards Pisces, then towards Aries, then towards Taurus, and back towards Virgo. Now, why is it important? Because the sun, we are 15,102 years away from Virgo. It takes us 25,920 years to complete one complete revolution around our galaxy. Around the zodiac signs, and it takes us 2,160 years to pass through each zodiac house. Now, today, as I speak to you, we are exactly 15,102 years around the zodiac body, celestial body. So it is actually the year 15,102. Now, when we're dealing with solar bodies or celestial bodies, we understand that the sun emits frequencies, and depending upon which house we're in for 2,160 years or which zodiac sign we are in, we get affected by that frequency. Now, when a human or an animal emits a gas, and that gas affects the biological or psychological state of a living organism, it's called a pheromone. Planets and suns or celestial bodies outside of the planet emit gases as well. And when they trickle down into the atmosphere, we breathe them through the oxygen, and they affect us biologically and physiologically. This is called a solar prominence. Now, why is this important? Because the reason the Caucasian took us off of our original calendar is so that we wouldn't be in tune with not only the universe and be expecting certain solar prominences, especially like that which is being emitted from the Aquarian age, but so that we will be thrown off of or out of tune with our higher selves. For example, you have what is called the 7 days of the week, which are actually named after planets. But the reason they're named after the planets is because on these days, these planets emit, or a planet Earth is intaking frequencies or prominences from these planets the most powerfully. For example, Monday, the moon. The moon is feminine energy. Feminine energy is nurturing. You're supposed to rest and nurture yourself on Monday, but instead, your first day of work is on Monday. So you're not allowed to actually bask in and intake the energies and actually rest your body and your mind and raise your frequency the natural way you're supposed to on Monday or Moon Day, because you're out running around and starting the weekday or the work day. Then you have Tuesday. Tuesday is Mars. Mars is a masculine energy. It's a masculine planet. If you look at the government, all of their wars are always waged on a Tuesday. The majority of their wars are always waged on a Tuesday. When the U.S. went to war with Afghanistan, they went to war with them on a Tuesday at 12 o'clock. On a Mars day, a war day. Wednesday is Mercury, intelligent. That's why they call Wednesday the hump day. And Wednesday is kind of like when everybody's getting ready to get over the weekday and everything's getting more easier towards Friday. But Wednesday, Mercury, is a planet of intelligence, communications. You're supposed to be dealing with the communicative or the left hemisphere of your brain on this day, because that's when astrology gives you that prominence. Then you have Thursday. Thursday is Jupiter. Jupiter is a feminine energy planet. But on Thursday, you're ending the workday. So you can't really sit at home and take the time that you need to intake these energies and upgrade yourself. And then you have Friday. Friday is Venus. Venus is what? Another feminine planet. This is why they tell you, now that you've completed your workday, you should go out. And most people go out to do what? Try to go to a club or try to find somebody that they can either attract to have sex with or get to know. Why? Because it's feminine energy. So they put clubs on feminine energy days, like Friday, Venus, feminine energy. And then Saturday, Saturn, feminine energy. Now, why is this important as well? You're supposed to be resting on the days of feminine energy or doing something within yourself. Now, they tell you to go to church on Sunday, which is the day of the sun. Why? Because on that day, within our particular solar system, we are receiving energy from the sun more than we normally would the other 6 days throughout the week. So, on the Sunday, they tell you to rest, and then they tell you to party on Friday and Saturday. The sun is a masculine energy. So, you're supposed to actually do and exert energy and force on Sunday, not rest. You're supposed to rest on Friday and Saturday. So they got the entire world working and exuding energy on days we're supposed to be internal, and then they got us being internal or resting on days we're supposed to be external. So they have actually reversed reality. Just like we used to read one direction, now we read from left to right. We used to read from right to left. They actually reversed reality once again. So they took us off our original calendar, not only to detune us with what actual reality we're living in and take us from our natural state of understanding and attunement with the universe, but also so that they can manipulate us and we can accept it. For example, you have the Circadian rhythm. The Circadian rhythm, long story short, is basically your biological clock in how solar time, which is your solar system or the universe, awakens certain cells in your body to perform certain duties. So one of the performances of the Circadian rhythm when dealing with cells is we're going to deal with eating or the digestive system. From 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., you have cells that are awakened in your body which are ready to eat and digest food. So you're actually supposed to eat from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night, you're not supposed to eat anything. You're supposed to allow the food to digest in your body, and from that time, that is when the cells which are present to eat the food and intake them in the body go to sleep. So it's basically like you going to work and going to shift. You don't work 3 hours a day. You work one shift. So same thing with certain cells. They don't work triples and doubles. They work day shift and then they go. From 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., certain cells are on that shift, which is meant to eat. And then from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., another group of cells come on and do their shift, which is meant to digest and break down the food you've ate. And then from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., another shift of cells come on and they distribute the nutrients throughout the body. Now, why is this important? Because apparently we're not eating according to the Circadian rhythm or the natural biological clock and structure of our bodies. We're eating 3 times a day according to the Caucasian, and we're eating meat. And this is why they call it breakfast. Break fast. B-R-E-A-K fast. F-A-S-T. Breaking your fast. Because the Caucasian knows you're not supposed to be eating at a certain time, because the body should naturally be fasting and being allowed to break down whatever it is you just intook. So they have you break your fast and you eat 3 times a day and you never give your body a break. Your body stopped wanting to eat food after 4 p.m. And then they teach you to eat dinner at night. Why? Because they know your body is not going to digest the food at night and you're going to go to sleep and it's going to sit inside of you and then you're going to gain weight because the food is not going anywhere. It takes 90 hours to digest meat. So not only if you eat something on Monday, it's still in you Thursday, but then your body don't even begin to break it down until the next day. So they understand the science of this. This is why they took us off our natural calendar. Not just to confuse us in what year we're living in and what warp time. They have actually created a reality. And we've been living in their reality and their matrix. It's not no damn 2016. It's 15,102. You're not supposed to eat no 3 times a day. We're living on a European diet. Or a European construction of time. They have reformatted our minds. And first they had to reformat our time. So you have to understand, we are not living in our original calendar, family. We are living in a matrix that is created by the Caucasian. And they destroyed our understanding of time so that they can destroy and reconstruct our understanding of reality. So they have manipulated what we do during the week and created a work day or a work week. And then they have manipulated our intake and our diet so that we can willingly believe that it's okay to intake food at wrong times of the day so that we will be less powerful than we normally would if we were intaking and eating not only the correct diet, but in tune and in harmony with the universe. Animals don't even eat 3 times a day. Animals eat once a day and they rock. Animals are still on the circadian rhythm. We are not. We are out of tune with ourselves because we have become out of tune with our higher self, which is space, the universe. And we have to understand the calendar was manipulated purposely. It was not done by accident, family. So understand. And also, when we're dealing with the year and the days of the year, as we can see, the Caucasian said there's 365 days a year. That's not true. He did that because, as you know, he makes some months 28 days, some months 30 days, some months 31 days, and he has to come to a conclusion of some set time of year that it is, some set number of days a year it is, because he keeps fluctuating within the faulty ass month that he keeps creating. Really, it's only 360 days a year. There's 90 days each season. There's 4 seasons. So therefore, you only really have 30 days in a month. Now, and you have the 4 seasons. And we understand that 4 times 90, there's 3 months each season. That's 360. There were originally 360 days in a year. And then we understand that 360 days is in perfect harmony with the universe and the solar system, which is 360 degrees. The earth rotates at 360 degrees. The sun travels at 360 degrees. The universe actually spirals and manifests life in 360 degrees. Galaxies rotate in 360 degrees. Your hand opens and closes in 360 degrees. The blood spirals through your veins at 360 degrees. Everything is a complete spiral. So time and reality is created by motion, and motion is moving in 360 degrees. So understand, we have been taken out of tune with our natural biological and astrological clocks. So get back on your original calendar and throw that bullshit calendar out and understand what time it is. We are in the year 15,102, and we will be in the Aquarian age in the year 15,120 on the Gregorian calendar. That's 2034. Get ready, family. Raise your frequencies and understand the science of our original calendar. Peace.